Citizen participation is essential to our republic, but sometimes it's difficult to know how to get involved. I ought to know. Prior to going to the Grants Pass Tea Party last April 15th, I had spent years reading and studying free market economics and limited government philosophy. There was always a question for me as how best to put this knowledge to work. I had never been involved in any type of public or citizen outreach program and simply did not know where to invest time or effort. I was concerned about the direction my country was heading and interested in helping to correct it. At the conclusion of the rally that day, I got some information at the Americans for Prosperity table, and my wife and I went home. The rally itself was exciting for us, and we could see that here were some folks we could identify with. After reading the literature, we decided to try an AFP meeting, and since then, we have never looked back. The group was just what we had been hoping to get involved with. They are positive, practical in their expectations, unwavering in principle, and interesting. Everybody counts in this organization. The question of where to work for the principles I believed in was right before my eyes. You work where you live. Don't think that since I now realized I was, in essence, already at work, that suddenly everything became clear and I got right to it. Quite the contrary. I had never spoken before any group larger than maybe 6 people in my life, and overcoming that inhibition is daunting for me. You may have noticed. My first attempts were in the AFP meetings, and I gradually overcame the worry of speaking poorly and not expressing myself clearly. It takes some doing. At least it did for me. But after a while, you realize that nobody else is giving a Gettysburg Address every time they talk either. Of course, mistakes will be made, but that is the nature of any new undertaking. My next step was attending a town hall meeting. Fortunately, the topic was land use, something I have interest in and easily attracted to. This afforded me the opportunity to express my opinions to a larger group of participants who knew their business. And this was a challenge. Yes, I was nervous, but I knew that I could contribute to this gathering, and so I soldiered on. I'm glad I did. The response was gratifying, and more than one person came up to express their appreciation for my contribution. Positive reinforcement has its place. Town hall meetings are a staple of American politics. Are they effective? We need look no further than last month for our answer. Public meetings in towns all across the country shocked congressional members by utterly rejecting their vision of so-called health care reform.
Yes.
If they persist in ignoring us, we will send them packing in 2010. All this was accomplished without leaving our communities. In Grants Pass, town hall meetings are held every month on the 4th Wednesday at Ann Basker Auditorium at 6 p.m. Show up, stand up, speak up. Ladies and gentlemen, the cavalry is not coming. We are the cavalry.
Yes.
I decided next to attend the county commissioners meeting. I was still uncomfortable, but this was a necessary step, as this was where I knew that I needed to be. Local means just that. I do not live within the city limits, so the county government is where I am going to make my voice be heard. And I do. Still nervous, but slowly adapting. And the best thing is, people are beginning to listen. My thoughts are organized, and the voice is, well, more steady. For the citizens that are residents of Grants Pass, there is ample political challenge today. the attempted recall of the City Council is an insult to the voters who elected them. These representatives are exercising fiscal restraint in a recession, yet they're being vilified. There is still time to help. Stand behind them, and they will continue to stand up for you. When I became more comfortable with my involvement, the effort became easier and more exciting. My understanding of the issues is growing, along with more effective debating and public speaking skills. In addition to the town hall meetings and county commissioners meetings, I am involved in the referendums that you see before you on tables provided by AFP. Again, another challenge. It has afforded an opportunity that money cannot buy. As a result of this initiative to get signatures, I have met literally hundreds of people in Josephine County that are like-minded and just as concerned as I am about returning the government to its original concept, limited and responsive. This has been a real pleasure. I am encouraged to continue. The AFP has garnered over 30,000 signatures for these referendums. That is the power of citizen involvement. That is the power that will allow us to take our country back.
Yeah. All right.
So, if any of you out there have been wondering what to do, and maybe looking for something more rewarding than chucking the monitor or the remote at the TV, we invite you to give our crowd a try. Americans for Prosperity is a national grassroots organization that supports limited government, limited taxes, limited fees, limited regulations. But we won't limit you or your desire to make a positive difference in your community, your state, or this great country that we proudly call home. Thanks for coming out today, and God bless you all.